Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming with more Plague Inc. Evolved custom scenarios. We are back for some more content based on what has been requested by the community. So I've got at least another half dozen requests to get through right now. Let's go for something called Asian Koel? Something. It's by germs. It's a bird. Oh, hello, bird. The Asian Koel is a native to the Indian subcontinent, China, and the Southeast Asia. They are part of a family of cuckoo birds and make the sound coo-coo, which some may find annoying or pleasant. In 2016 in Singapore, a cool bird, Koel, I don't know what it is, was sitting in its home on the tree in a quiet neighborhood. He started singing his iconic song. Human got annoyed, told the bird to shut up. He ignored him. The man took out a rifle and shot the Koel dead right there. Oh, that's terrible. This angered the Koel community and was considered by many to be the cause of the revolution. The shot heard around the world, so to speak. Okay, so it's actually a bird revenge story. An actual bird revolution. Okay. Unexpected, but I dig it. Let's give it a go. General Koel has been chosen to lead the revolution. Her brother was also shot dead 2 years ago by humans. A few months back, one of her eggs fell from her nest and was stampeded by human kids who were playing. There was nothing she should do but watch in horror. However, this was the last straw. The Koel birds have finally risen against the human colonists. They will take their land back and Earth from them. General Koel vows that she will not stop fighting until all humans have been exterminated. All right, it's a bioweapon to start off, which actually makes perfect sense. You don't have a peaceful revolution. You want to have lethality right from the get-go, and this is a good way to do it. I think our standard lineup here is probably okay. Depends about the pathostasis and how this has been set up, but we'll find out. Normal difficulty, the Koel Army Corps. I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm just going to go with Koel. First blood. Another Koel bird has been shot from the trees. These humans cut down our homes to build their cities, and now they are firing their guns at us. This is the last straw. The Koel species must take revenge or be wiped out by humans. General Koel has rallied her Koel bird army to her side. As more flock in to join her army, flock, that's ironic and also applicable, there is little time to waste to strike back at the humans. Now is the time to unleash our vengeance against those murderous humans. Strike fast at the humans before they can fully mobilize their army. That's fine, just reduce their war support and they'll have very low mobilization speed, it'll be fine. Alright, 4 transmissions, what do we have? Call to arms. General Koel has called all local Koel birds to rise up against humans. Spread the revolution and destroy the human race. Birds shall take over the world. Yes, they shall. Nutrition. Looting meals from humans helps birds enable better nutrition and thus increase stamina, meaning they could fight better and fly further. See, this is why you don't give your bread and birdseed and stuff to the birds. You're just reinforcing an enemy army, people. Why do y'all like feeding the birds so much? It's gonna get you killed someday. Mating call. Mating calls amongst Koel birds can be heard from as far as 1 kilometer away, even in dense urban areas. I'm guessing that results in some urban transmission, but I don't know. And what do we have down here? Lightning War Doctrine. Oh my gosh, is this like war doctrines from Hearts of Iron? It almost seems that way. Strike fast and hard at the humans before regrouping to attack once more. This tactic combines speed and timing to work effectively. Naval superiority. Missing a couple letters there, allows recruitment of specially adapted species of birds that excel in amphibious combat. I am assuming that results in better water transmission, or maybe sea transmission. Defensive support doctrine. Support a defensive doctrine increasing pressure on the front lines are sure to slow down mobilization and divert manpower and resources from research development, so it slows down the cure. Scavenge Doctrine reuses resources of defeated humans and fallen birds. Nothing goes to waste. Don't know what that means. Maybe necrosis. That might be corpse transmission, I don't know. Infiltration Doctrine uses stealth to hide from the humans and penetrate deep into their lines, disrupting communications and supplies. Reduces severity. Interesting. In the symptoms, we have the Koel bird army, the backbone of General Koel's army, and the Pigeon Reserve army. Pigeons have poor experience, but are jack of all trades. They migrate far and are able to fight effectively in almost any climate and are huge in numbers. I'll go ahead and just pick that sucker up. And let's also go for the Koel bird army. Okay. This leads to Chemical Warfare Division, so biochemical means. Combined Wings, so combined arms, but wings, that's funny. Forces pigeons and Koel to use swift and deadly effect on the front lines, destroying everything in their path. And Death from Above. Pigeons will eat a highly acidic food, only toxic to humans, before going on their raid. Highly effective for damaging cities and dense urban settings. What, so the pigeon poo just dissolves through buildings? It's terrifying. Flying Wedge Formation. When charging in, the enemy troops form a triangle to pierce deep into the enemy line. The birds are learning. And Logistics. Helps the birds fight more effectively on the front lines. This is really weird, but kind of cool. We have Tactics, which increases mutation chance. We have Campfires for the cold. Empathy. Prevents bird from commanders from slaughtering entire populations after a victory. I don't know what that does. What does that mean? We keep some people alive? Do I want to do that? Sunscreen, good for the sun. And Prison. Reduce unnecessary killing of humans by taking in more POWs. What do these do? Do these have something to do with the, never mind, I'm sorry. I was thinking like a regular virus and bacteria. This is going to reduce the lethality that we start ramping up as the bioweapon. That makes sense. Okay. Pigeons all around the globe are seen mobilizing in large numbers. Some have reportedly struck soldiers. A reported division of artillery units are said to be ambushed by high-diving pigeons this afternoon and suffered at least 20 casualties. China begins the mobilization of their army. They are amassing a large force to counterattack the birds, currently causing chaos in the region, or COAS even. Cure percent shows mobilization progress. Strike fast before the humans get a chance to mobilize their troops. Okay, so Cure is mobilization. Once the army is fully set up, they will attack us. But even if they're 99% mobilized, they're not going to fire a shot. They'll just sit there and take it. India starts development of a counter bioweapon. Oh, so the Cure can be both mobilization and also research speed? Both simultaneously, I guess. I don't really know. Okay, so do you want to go for prison or do you want to go for empathy? Let's go for prison. Usually you do want to slow down the lethality buildup a little bit to buy yourself some more time. We did get something new here with detention. Now it is time to, then their turn to be locked in small cages. Birds to victory. Don't know what that does. Re-education camps to brainwash the human slaves. Oh, there we go. That's an idea that I can get behind. Absolutely. Humans shall serve avian kind. This is how you get to, like, the next level of Stellaris, you know? You find Sol, right? The planet Earth in the system of Sol, but it's not inhabited by humans, it's birds. And that's because this is the backstory. Servant to the bird overlords. Enslave the human population. Why kill them when they are still able to find work for the bird overlords? Sounds good, but I think I'm going to go for some more infectivity. Lightning War could be good, mostly severity. Actually, looks like almost all of these give you severity. So we want to go for nutrition, probably. Then aerodynamics, so we exert less energy when flying, which is good for the infectivity. Then formation flying, which gives us even more infectivity. And then we have migration. Allow them to reach new places, but they will need time to adapt. Now, what does that mean? Time to adapt in what way? Is that land transmission, or is it something different? Are we getting spore bursts? We might be getting coordinated spore bursts, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. We are spreading into India. That's a good sign. I'm going to go for the mating call. That leads to communication. Cold birds are able to communicate with each other, although shy birds, their anger will bring out the fiercest in them. Improves coordination of attacks. Seems promising, but I could use some severity now that we are starting to get in other countries. A little bit sooner than I think I expected. We're nowhere close to hitting a critical mass in Southeast Asia, but A-okay. Chemical Warfare Division would give me some much-needed severity, so I can get a little bit more DNA out of these red bubbles. Obviously, a goal is to get as much gas as possible, as early as possible. We do have some lethality. If I go for empathy, that does slow it down. We do have truth pills. Extract the truth using pills from captured humans about information on their troop movement, strength, and battle plan. This disrupts their plan, I'm assuming, by reducing cure progress. Do I want to go for empathy right now, or do I want to go for something else? Combined wings is pretty good, but very lethal. Don't think I want that. I kind of want to go for something like naval superiority, because a little bit more water transmission could be very good for me. Also, some more severity. This leads to seagulls. Seagulls have joined the revolution. Coastal human cities can be attacked more effectively with the help of new special units. That seems pretty good. Yeah, lethality is more or less manageable at the moment. Seagulls killed 25 in Australia. They've been confirmed killed on Brighton Beach this morning after a squadron of more or less, I'm guessing, 50 seagulls attacked a resort on the beach. This is the worst bird attack since the Emu War Australia has seen in 90 years. Oh my god, can we get the emus to join? I want a new Emu War in Australia. That'd be hilarious. Oh my gosh. The war where Australia lost its pride. Okay, so we could go for logistics. That wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, a little bit more infectivity and severity would work pretty well for me right now. We're still a little on the low side there. Spreading a bit in China. We do have a bit of lethality adding up here. Got to be somewhat cautious of this. I think we are going to have to start worrying about slowing down the lethality. It is building up, as you can see. So, yeah, we need more DNA for that. Death from above mutates for free. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and reduce this. This does lead to compassion. They develop compassion and would rather send humans to prison than kill unnecessarily. If we infect the entire world, do we win? Or do we still have to kill everybody? Because whether we kill them now or later in the prisons doesn't make a lot of difference to me at the end of the day. We have gotten into a few more countries, going for more compassion to reduce that. Lethality is probably good for me just because I don't want to shut down some ports. Bird Uprising. Rumors have started to spread that cold birds native to Southeast Asia are attacking humans en masse. Is this just another legend that got its way into pop culture? Who makes pop culture references about bird attacks? Last time I can think about that is a movie called The Birds. That's the only movie I can think of that ever has to do with that. There's probably more, though. Mercy. Enslave the population, then massacre. I want a little bit of massacring. Let's go for some more seagulls. And let's go for the migration to go for extremely high levels of migration that get me into new countries. Look out for air raid sirens. The UN announced a national emergency code red for the supposed bird revolution and destruction of multiple major cities by bird bombing raids. They are absolutely just mass pooping. That's what it is. Oh my god. They would warn to shelter immediately after hearing these sirens. Okay. Wow. So just imagine all of the cities of India being covered in you know what. I mean, that's exactly what's happening right now. This is amazing. Seagull Dive Bomber Squadron. I like that. Defensive supports. Slowing down the cure could be good. Communication could be good. And then we have encoded chirps. Secret chirp used to communicate and pass down sensitive information to prevent whistleblowers from leaking intel. Because birds are renowned for blowing the whistle. I mean, humans haven't been able to decipher chirps yet to this point. I'm not sure what they're worried about. Mercy, let's go ahead and eliminate the lethality for a little bit, just because I don't want them to close down ports in places like Greenland. We do need to get things like campfires, because we're not spreading fast in places like Russia. Lightning War Doctrine. Defensive Support Doctrine. Let's go ahead and pick this up. Slow down the cure a little bit. Then we have pigeons. We already have pigeons. Why are they coming back? I don't know. Pigeons have apparently not joined sufficiently. Now we have more. All right, sure. Cover vast distances, make up for their weaknesses. Cool. So that's a lot more infectivity. Guard pigeon troops. Veteran pigeon troops can penetrate ever deeper into enemy territory with their improved ability to flee further distances after past battle experience. Scavenge Doctrine, if this is actually corpse transmission, could be helpful given that we are killing. And a squadron of birds swept away by a typhoon. No! No, not the birds, not the birds in the Philippines. They will not be forgotten. I don't remember their names though. Vultures. That makes sense. Yeah, definitely corpse scavenging is going on here. Servant to the bird overlords would definitely slow down lethality a little bit more. I don't know what I want to do with something like detention though. How does that help me? Let's go for thick feathers so we spread faster in the cold regions. And I'm gonna go for the encoded chirps that leads to cross-species communication. What? We're gonna reach out to beyond just the birds? No, it's just different types of birds. Oh, okay. We're sticking within the genus or the family of birds, but just species are gonna talk to each other. Okay, express feelings and thoughts to different species and form bonds together. More birds for the revolution. Vive la revolution. Singapore covered in bird poop. Yep, that's exactly what I expected. The once beautiful city of Singapore is now covered in bird poop. After 3 long months of battle, the Singapore army is on full retreat after failing to stop the invading Koel birds. Sources have found that the supposed bird revolution started there. The first city to be covered in poop. Yep, that's what you get. All right, that's a lot of infectivity. We'll pick that up. Then we have diplomacy. Birds can now have diplomats that work better across different species. Tons of infectivity. I'll take it. So the biggest thing, of course, is to spread faster in places like Russia and perhaps Mexico so we get into the Caribbean a little bit faster. Going for some sunscreen might certainly help. Since we started in Southeast Asia, we are already somewhat infective in hot countries, but I like to stack that up a little bit more. No lethality to worry about right now. I feel fairly confident there. Seagulls. Let's go for more seagulls. That leads to bombing campaign. Bombing campaign gives green light. Victory is determined by the number of bombs dropped on the target, not the number of birds we bring back. Wow, that is an all or nothing leadership style right there. Jeez. Revolution leader identified. Leader of the current bird rebellion is known as General Koel. Her species is an Asian Koel and is currently leading from a hidden location somewhere in Southeast Asia. A bounty of $1 million has been placed on her head by the UN. Only $1 million? Dude, I don't think you understand. We have infected almost 5 billion humans with copious amounts of bird poop, and you're only offering $1 million to solve that problem? It's like you don't care. All right, we don't really want that much lethality at this point. I don't know how Lightning War Doctrine does for me at this point. Let's go for the vultures, just in case that lethality actually works to my advantage. Going a little bit further forward. It's official, the birds are taking revenge. A video footage published online has shown a flock of birds dive down in unison on a Chinese armored column. The exposed tank commander is then pulled out of his vehicle and bitten to bits by the beaks of what seemed like pigeons. How was he pulled out of his vehicle? That must have been hundreds of birds trying to lift him up. Vows revenge on drone strike. Vowed revenge after a drone strike left hundreds of nests burning and thousands of dead baby birds in Java. That's in Indonesia. General Koel has vowed to take revenge on such atrocities. Good, now the humans are war criminals. So I feel a lot better about what I'm doing. Flares out! Do you want to do this? Supply lines. Let's go for the flying wedge formation that leads to crane wings formation. I'm learning from the Japanese. Okay. Hired help, parasites. The thing is, I'm not seeing stuff that's really helping me get where I need to go. Let's go for the heat absorbent feathers. See if that does me any good. I mean, yeah, we don't have any lethality yet. I do kind of need to build that back up. Watching for boats to go into Greenland. Think we might be about to get one. It is the only state remaining, and there it is, which means we want all the lethality we can get. So, combined wings? Absolutely. Do you want the bombing campaign? Of course we want the bombing campaign. Major cities have been hit by bird, quote-unquote, bombs. Several major cities around the world have been hit by raids from the birds flying at 30,000 feet in the air. Can they do that? How high can one of those birds fly? Because that doesn't feel realistic. Several cities have been destroyed and casualties are estimated to be 30,000 and counting. There seems to be an obsession with the number 30,000 here. UN Defense Forces warns of more Sur raid to come. UN is forming a global defense force. Hey, the Global Defense Council, perhaps? That sounds a little bit like a certain Hearts of Iron 4 campaign that I might be running right about now. Let's go for the Infiltration Doctrine. What does that lead to? Eagle Core, okay, and Infiltration 1. Infiltrate a random country. Okay, so there is a Trojan bird, effectively, as an option. But really what we need is just a lot more lethality. So what can I do to boost that up? Well, I guess we could go for tactics, and then strategy, and then risk-taking, and then decisiveness, and then boldness, and then recklessness. Because we have pathostasis, all these effectively just ended up being free, so I now have an absolute freaking ton of mutation chance. Terror Stealth Combined Tactic. Must unlock Scavenge and Infiltration Doctrine to unlock. Oh, there's more options. Okay, so maybe we should go for the Lightning Warfare Doctrine just to see what else we get. We have Air, Land, Sea Combined Tactic. Okay. Well, good. So the mutation chance to do a lot then. Sparrows in northern China rip eyeballs apart. That is just terrifying. Crane rings formation. We are learning from the Japanese. Yes, the person to learn from when it comes to winning a war. Terror Stealth Combined Tactic has been mutated for free. There's a spy network that mutated for free. Okay. This is basically Hoi for la Resistance all over. Precision Strike. Deadly Accuracy. From Eagles. Oh, good. Eagles are strategic bombers. I love it. Let's go for it. This is great. Flares out! Sure. So you only managed to mobilize like 45% of your army. Humans, you were not prepared at all, were you? Let's go for the Air, Land, Sea Combined Tactic. Then we have a Grand Offensive. Highly effective maneuver to overwhelm the enemies and drive them back. Supply lines have been manufactured or developed, I guess. Plane strikes? Could do that. Radio communication wouldn't do me a lot of good. Dive bombing. Increasing lethality. Dive. General Koel ignores surrender pleas from humans. Birds have won the war against humans. We now hope for a peaceful world where birds and animals can live peacefully in their trees and sing without being disturbed. Chirp, 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 chirpity chirp. Let's all sing like the birdies sing. Tweet, 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 tweet. If you guys have not been to Disneyland and or Disney World, that is the Tiki Room right there. General Koel vows to annihilate all humans. Man, General Koel is just freaking merciless as heck. All right, well, I guess we can go ahead and improve it even more with Air Supremacy Operation. Lots of lethality. The birds are showing absolutely no mercy. I mean, granted, we apparently wanted to show mercy, but somewhere down the line, we changed our mind. The Koel Army Corps has successfully eliminated all life on Earth. 590 days is admittedly a little bit slow, but there you go. 41% cure progress, 40,506 points, 2 stars. Well, that was fun. Totally unexpected when I was sent this. I had no idea what I was gonna get. I didn't even know what an Asian Koel was, but there you go. Vengeance for the birds upon all of mankind. It actually played out pretty well. Loads of customization to be had here, so I'm kind of impressed with that. And again, even though it is a wacky theme, it chose to stick to that theme and show some confidence, and that's great. I approve. I approve very highly of that. So I think this is a very good scenario. Absolutely worth giving a thumb up. Thank you for sending that my way. I recommend the rest of you guys give it a shot as well, and also give it a thumb up. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notify bell, and send me your recommendations on Discord. And I will see you guys next time.